Let us pray. Almighty God, who in your wisdom and goodness has appointed the office of the rulers and parliaments for the welfare of society and the just government of the people, we ask you to behold with your abundant favors your servants, whom you have been pleased to call to the performance of important trusts in this land. Let your blessings descend upon us here assembled, and grant that we may treat and consider all matters that shall come under our deliberation in so just and faithful manner as to promote your honor and glory, and to advance the peace, prosperity, and welfare of this country and of those whose interest you have committed to our charge. Amen.
General business, communication from the chair.
Honourable members, I have one announcement to make. I wish to inform the House that there will be a business committee meeting today, Thursday, 20th November 2025, during lunch break, starting from 1 p.m. in the Speaker's boardroom. The main purpose of this meeting is to consider membership to various parliamentary committees and make recommendations to this august House in line with Standing Order 152, Clause 1. Thereafter, the committee members will be announced in this House. All parliamentary committees will be expected to elect their chairpersons so that they can immediately start working. This marks the end of my announcement. I thank you very much for your kind attention.
General business, questions or notice to ministers for oral replies.
I see leader.
Good morning, Right Honorable Speaker, and welcome to the House this morning. I beg to move that the order paper be varied in order to allow the Minister of Transport to take his questions. I beg to move.
Honorable members, point of order. Zomba Marosa, what has gone out of order?
Speaker, today being Private Members' Day, I would like to move that we start with questions to ministers. Thank you.
Zomba Marosa.
Right Honorable Speaker, I would like to move that today being Private Members' Day, we give to the government so that the government tackles questions to ministers. I beg to move. Thank you.
Indeed, that is what was moved by the leader of the House. We are going straight to questions to ministers, and that is in order, Zomba Malosa. We are starting with Rumpi West. You have a question, Minister of Transport and Public Works.
Mr. Speaker, sir, good morning.
Whip, you wanted to say something?
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I was just trying to get your guidance on the procedures. Being a private member's day, I thought ordinarily a motion would have to be moved by a private member to yield the floor to government. Then government will guide the House on what business we're going to tackle. So there should have been a motion to that effect. That's what I thought, Speaker.
I think, Whip, we are on question time. And as advised by the leader of the House, which minister is ready to take those questions? Questions will be tackled as and when the ministers are ready for those answers. Right now, the answers are ready with the Minister of Transport, and as guided by the leader of the House, we don't need a motion because it's already a question business on the floor. So now we'll start with the questions, starting with Rumpi West. A question to Minister of Transport and Public Works. Honorable Rumpi West.
Mr. Speaker, sir, good morning. And greetings from Rumpi West. They are happy that you are the Speaker. I stand here to confirm that question standing under my name, question number 19 to the Minister of Transport, comes from the people of Rumpi West, especially Mazisi and Hewe. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Minister of Transport and Public Works.
Mr. Speaker, sir, through you, I would like to thank the honorable member for Rumpi West for the question. However, this being my first time to address you, allow me to congratulate you for attaining the office of the Speaker, and wish to assure you of my commitment to follow and deliberate issues in this August House. Congratulations, Mr. Speaker, sir. The question is that the Minister of Transport and Public Works to fast-track the grading of the road from Mpangala Stream to Bowe Turnoff, Bembe to Hewe, and Katowo to Kanyenjere before the onset of the rains, and to address the damaged Irish Bridge at Kayora, install culverts at Mazisi, and construct the Hewe Bridge on the Tanira-Kawere Road and Nzwawa Bridge on the Nzwawa-Hewe Road. Mr. Speaker, sir, through you, let me inform the honorable member that my ministry, through the Roads Authority, is currently grading several roads in Rumpi District, including Chikwawa Mwazisi Stream, which is on S109, Mpangala Stream to Bowe Turnoff, which is on M009, Bembe to Bowe Turnoff, which is on M024 Road, whilst the Bowe turnoff to Hewe, which is on M009 and S104 road, has been included in the next year's program, whose procurement is currently underway. Mr. Speaker, sir, let me further inform the honourable member that after devolution, Katoo to Kanyenjere, which is undesignated road, Kayora Irish Bridge along Kayora Road, which is another undesignated road, Hewe Bridge along Ontanira Kawere on D35 Road, and Mzwawa Bridge, which is along D33 Road, now fall under the jurisdiction of Rumpi District Council. Mr. Speaker, sir, the honourable member is therefore being advised to redirect this request to Rumpi District Council for their consideration. I thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, sir.
I see the owner of the question. Supplementary.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I would like to thank the Honourable Minister for ably and eloquently responding to my question. Raising the questions, I was pretty aware before the court barred members of parliament. I was a member of the Rumpi District Assembly, but this time now I'm barred to even visit the councils because of the court ruling. I had to take it through the minister so that he can be the mediator between me and the council. But also, these bridges that have been mentioned to be within the undesignated roads were presented through his predecessor, the Minister of Transport then. They were falling under the Cyclone Freddy damaged bridges. And all the assessments were done by the roads authority. Therefore, I would like to look for the minister's support that per the assurance by the Minister of Transport then that they'll be taken care of, though the roads have been devolved to the councils because everything was already done. Would they commit to fulfilling the promises, not only for Rumpi West, but for many constituencies who submitted the challenges? Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, for this opportunity.
Point of order. Blunt Sochi.
Seat Chichiri Misses.
Yes.
Thank you very much. The honorable member who has just resumed his seat and is giving out his supplementary question, he has used the word barred, that members of parliament have been barred from from visiting city councils. I would want the minister responsible to explain further, because this is on a public domain, and we might be looking like we have been stopped completely from even visiting or stepping onto our councils. So I wanted to see if that is in order, that he should use the word barred, because we are just removed from attending council meeting, but not barred from visiting the councils. I submit, sir.
Thank you. I'll take two more supplementary questions. Take one. Honour members, we have a point of order first, a very valid one, and I thought we should clear that one first before we proceed with more supplementary questions. And I see the Minister of Local Government is eager to stand up, as always. Honourable Minister of local government, indeed, that needs urgent attention. And please, if you have an answer for that.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. And indeed, let me thank both members for raising up the matter. For starters, members are not barred from going to the councils. Our oversight role remains as it were, and it has got no boundary. What the ruling talked about is different, and that where we are not allowed to do, one is to vote, because obviously separation of powers. We can't vote in Parliament and vote at the councils, which is exactly what they talked about. And number two is the issue of the three key responsibilities that we have, that it had nothing to do with the development as it were at that material time. So the point of going to the council, providing oversight, still remains. It's a question of our voting powers within the councils. That is exactly what we're talking about. I hope that addresses the question. But otherwise, we can go find out how the resources within our constituencies have been used using our oversight role, but not necessarily to vote at the council level. Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
Maybe Rumpi West, what did you mean when you said you were barred?
Mr. Speaker, sir, if you read, I was trying to check with my colleague here who has a document on the court ruling. They have really indicated there's a word barred. Now, members of Parliament were members of the council through council meetings. And from the minister's explanation, that it means on one-to-one I can go to the DC or DOA, just ask on how things are happening in my council. But I cannot go in the full council. I cannot participate where oversight role then was being carried. But I take it from the minister and the issues that maybe I can meet him to see how in Choro they are doing it, so that I learn more. But I am completely detached from Rumbi District Assembly, and when I represent people here, I don't know how I get the information or how I'll go back to the council. So I need to, maybe he has to bring more information through a ministerial statement to clear the issue, because I don't know. I only know Parliament.
Thank you. Point of order.
Doa
East.
Your Honorable, first of all, congratulations once again. Honorable, we have 3 constitutional obligations. They are in the Constitution as members of Parliament: registration, oversight, and representation. I got a message as well from the District Council to say there is a meeting for the council. However, members of Parliament, you may come or not come, but if you come, you just watch what is happening. I have the very same questions. What is representation? What is oversight? I am only there to watch. Right Honorable Speaker, my dear Right Honorable Minister of Local Government, help us, because we are representing people from the constituency, and the monies that you are ably giving, even the money that Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika is going to give to the nation, 5 billion kwacha, is going to be used at the district council. If we are going to be there and watch and speak nothing, what is our role as members of Parliament? So, Right Honorable Speaker, this is not a small matter. It is a matter that requires urgent attention. We need to have an idea of what is happening. Thank you.
Minister of Local Government.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable. The matter is very clear, very, very clear. Everybody knows that there was a court case that went to court and that there is a ruling, and we have complied with the same. But within the pronouncements there were some pushbacks to Parliament. So what is Parliament doing? This is beyond the ministry. There is a court ruling there, and there was a pushback to Parliament, not to the ministry. What is Parliament doing? Can I find out if it is in order? If it is in order that the Parliament is not doing anything about it, I submit.
Honorable members, let me close this matter. Indeed, very valid point of orders, and we all agree that this issue needs Parliament's attention. And let me assure members that Parliament is working on it. And let me plead with those that are responsible for this to speed up. If there's need, let's consult with the Minister of Local Government and Minister of Justice so that this is done as quickly as possible in order for us to know exactly if we are going to sit there and watch or we are going to sit there and do our job. I now conclude the matter. Thank you. Let me recognize Nsanje
Mr. Speaker.
Centro. Is that Nsanje Centro?
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
Another point of order. The minister will respond together with the other two supplementary questions. Nsanje Centro, Mangochi West, and Nsanje Central, Mangochi West, and finally Nchisi North. In that order, please.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, for recognizing the people of Nsanje Central to ask a supplementary question to the Minister of Transport. Mr. Speaker, sir, I wanted to find out as to whether the ministry is planning to review the guidelines that determine the designation of our roads. We know that the designation of roads was done quite some time back, and at that time, probably the level of development in this country was not what it is today. Therefore, there is need for most of our roads to be designated so that the Roads Authority takes care of those roads. As we are speaking, Mr. Speaker, sir, Roads Authority has more resources from Road Fund Administration through toll gates and fuel levy, whilst our councils do not have the same. Can the minister tell us as to when they'll be reviewing and if necessary, designate more roads so that Roads Authority takes up the responsibility? I thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Thank you, Nsanje Central. Mangochi West. Please try the other mic.
Maybe this one. Okay. Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, for recognizing the people of Mangochi West to ask a supplementary question. Upgrading and the sport graveling, the Chantulo Kasinje Lord via Nankumba, which is used as an alternative road when Golomoti to Ntagadaga Turn-off road gets damaged during the rainy season, of which it was already damaged. Therefore, this road used as a shortcut from Kasinje via Nankumba to Jantulo, other than using a road from Golomot via Chingen to Liwonde to Mangochi road. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, sir, would the minister consider upgrading and graveling this important road? Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, sir.
Thank you, Mangochi West. Honourable members, let me advise that our supplementary questions are supposed to be related to the original question in terms of policy. But I see our able minister will be able to answer those. But let's maintain our questions to the existing question.
Chisi North.
Chisi North, yes, the last supplementary question.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, sir, for allowing people of Chisi North to ask a supplementary question. Mr. Speaker, sir, I would like to, through your office, I would like to ask the Minister of Transport to pay a visit to the site of Malomo Zalega Road. Yesterday, I had a privilege to pay a visit at the site. Mr. Speaker, sir, there is a lot of challenges that a main contractor is facing that needs the office of the Ministry of Transport to address. That's the reason why I've tried to ask for the minister to come and visit the site. Mulando hapa munda, timagambira hapa munda pomwepo, Mr. Speaker, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister of Transport.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker, sir. Through you, let me thank the member of this House from Rumpi West regarding the devolution of the roads that were in his question, and his request is that considering that he was in that committee previously and he would like my ministry to be a mediator, I would like to acknowledge that request and indicate that working with the Ministry of Local Government, we will provide the mediation and support that he requires, and not only for the member for Rumpi West, but for most of these councils, constituencies that require mediation, particularly when it comes to the road works in their constituencies. That mediation will be done and will come forward as a ministry to support him. The other question, Mr. Speaker, sir, from Nsanje Central, whether my ministry is considering reviewing the guidelines for designation of roads. I would like to report that we've taken note of that guidance, particularly in view of the fact that we are now talking about decentralization that is coming in with the allocation of the 5 billion that is going to the constituency to support various development projects within the constituencies. That would also call for fresh identification and designation of the roads as to where that resource can be directed in developing, particularly the road infrastructure within the constituencies. The question from Mangochi West, Mr. Speaker, sir, to consider upgrading the Chantulo to Kasinje Road via Nankumba. I would like to respond by saying that we've taken note of this request. I consider this to be a fresh request which my ministry will look at, because when we are looking at the road projects as I mentioned a couple of days ago, that oftentimes we do undertake some studies, feasibility studies, that would inform the investment that we make in road infrastructure. The other question, Mr. Speaker, sir, from Chis North, I take it as a request that my ministry, or indeed myself, should visit the site for the Malomozareka Road. Popeza pauti mlando apa munda makambira pa munda pomwepo. I've accepted that invitation, and when my schedule permits, I'll visit this road, and of course not only this road, but there's other road projects that we are carrying as a ministry. As a new minister in the ministry, it is my obligation that I go around and appreciate the state and the status of the various road projects. I submit, Right Honorable Speaker, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. Point of order, Zomba Central. Is that Zomba Central?
City North.
Zomba North.
Zomba City North, yes, Right Honorable
Okay.
Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, thank you for according Zomba City North an opportunity to hold the floor, cognizant of the fact that today, being a private member's day, and question time is supposed to last 1 hour, 15 minutes. At the expiration of the same, we would like to move a motion to revert to the private members. So to avoid back and forth motions, I beg to move that question time be extended until such a time we exhaust all the questions that are on the order paper by giving it to government business. Thank you. Right Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Member, thank you for that noting. We only have 2 questions on our order paper, and I'm sure we'll be within the required time. If need be, then you might come in to extend. I hope that answers your question. Honorable members, we now go to Zomba Likangala. A question to the Minister of Transport and Public Works. Zomba Likangala.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker, and good morning. I rise to confirm question number 20 in today's order paper that is indeed coming from the people of Zomba Likangala. Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Zomba Likangala, for confirming your question number 20 on the order paper. Minister of Transport and Public Works.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. Through you, I would like to thank the Honorable Member of Parliament for Zomba Likangala constituency for this pertinent question. The question is to ask the Minister of Transport and Public Works to consider upgrading to bitumen standard the road from Malawi, otherwise called Ndege, to Kachulu, approximately 22.5 kilometers, which connects rural areas to urban centers, facilitating trade and improving access to schools and hospitals. Mr. Speaker, sir, the said road provides critical connectivity not just between Airwing and Kachulu, but also the surrounding areas and beyond. My ministry appreciates that the current condition of the road poses both a risk and a challenge to traffic, increasing operating and maintenance costs for both motorized and non-motorized traffic. Mr. Speaker, sir, through the Roads Authority, we will be embarking on the process of procuring a consultant to do a detailed design for the said road. Thereafter, once funds have been identified, we will procure a works contractor to implement the civil works for grading this road to bitumen standard. I submit, Mr. Speaker, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I now take 3 supplementary questions. I see Chikwawa Chapananga, Chikwawa West,
Machinga Mikoko.
Zomba Malosa, and finally,
Machinga Mikoko.
Lilongwe City Lumbads. In that order, please.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker, for acknowledging the people of Chikwawa West to ask a supplementary question to the Minister of Transport. I just want to find out from the Minister what plans are there for Chapananga Road and Chapananga Bridge. We now have the rains. Chapananga Road is impassable. The bridge we cannot pass. I've been standing in this house over 6 years now. The road is the same. The 5 kilometers that was done by the DPP government is the same. There's nothing that has happened on the road. 5 years, the road was coming up in every budget. It was mentioned in every SONA, but there's nothing, literally nothing on the ground. So I just want to find out from the minister, what plans are there for the people of Chapananga and Chapananga Bridge? Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Chikwawa West. Zomba Malosa.
Thank you so much, Right Honorable Speaker, for giving people of Zomba Malosa to ask a supplementary question to the Minister of Transport. I would like to ask the Minister of Transport that when they are considering people of Zomba Liganga, they should consider people of Zomba Malosa, especially the Songani Namasalima Road. It's a commercial road. Namasalima produces a lot of rice. And if this road, I'm very happy that the Minister also comes from Zomba. So he knows that road very well and he knows the impact of that road. So I really like the ministry to consider the Songani Namasalima Road. It's just about 7 kilometers. Thank you.
I thought you want to ask about your thing. Thank you, Zomba Malosa.
Right Honorable Speaker, on point of order.
You can sit now, Honorable.
My thing is still missing.
Lilongwe City Lumbazi.
Thank you so much, Right Honorable Speaker, sir, for recognizing the people of Lilongwe City Lumbazi constituency to firstly make a comment on the statement by the Minister of Transport and also to ask a supplementary question. Allow me firstly, Mr. Speaker, sir, to indicate that on Monday, is it 17th of November, you gave me a chance to make a maiden speech in this August House. And one of the issues that I had raised to Minister of Transport was the issue of opening up the blocked bridges on the road that stretches from Kanengo to L25. I'm happy, Right Honorable Speaker, sir, that today, when I was passing by the bridges, I've noted that the contractor has been brought back on the site. I even had a chance to speak to one of the workers, and he has indeed confirmed that they are back on the site in order to ensure that they unblock the blocked bridges and ensure that before the rain intensifies, we should be able to allow water to pass so that people on the upland are actually protected. And I would like to express my gratitude and appreciation to this effect, Mr. Speaker, sir. Coming to the supplementary question, one of the issues that I also raised in my maiden speech was the road from Zenza Secondary School that goes through Senior Chief Chitukula headquarters up to the airport, probably passing through Mlezi village or Nkalamba village. Needless to emphasize that this road is very important because it is a bypass that would ease traffic going to the airport, unlike using the M1 where there are a lot of trucks. But at the same time, this road has already started, and it abruptly ended at Zenza Secondary School. So it's just a matter of continuing it from there to where government intended to finish it, and this is at Kamuzu International Airport. I thank you so much, Mr. Speaker, sir, for giving me the chance to make the comment and to ask the question. Thank you.
Thank you, Lilongwe Lumbazi. Again, let me remind members that let us stick to the original question, not new questions, because our ministers are not prepared for new questions. And let us stick to the rule of 1 minute per question. Honorable Minister of Transport.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, sir. Let me thank the honorable member from Chikwawa West on what plans we have at the ministry for the Chapananga Road and Chapananga Bridge. Mr. Speaker, sir, I wish to report in this House that amongst others, the Chikwawa, Chapananga, and Chapananga Mwanza roads, these are roads that the World Bank has committed to undertake designs. So we are working with the World Bank. Once they've done the designs, we will now proceed to the next steps of procuring consultants as well as civil works contractors. Mr. Speaker, sir, the question from Zomba Malosa that the ministry should consider extending the works that we are planning for the air wing or Ndege to Kachuru Road, that we should also consider Songani Namasalima Road. Mr. Speaker, sir, we have taken note of this request and will put it amongst our other considerations of the upcoming road projects. Mr. Speaker, sir, I wish to acknowledge the compliment from Honorable Member from Lilongwe Site Lumbazi that some work has been done on the road that we are doing in area 25. Thank you very much, Honorable Member, for Lilongwe Site Lumbazi. And the request that we extend the works that we've been doing on the area 25, particularly from Zenza to Chifi, Chitukula headquarters, all the way to the Kamuzu International Airport. We've also taken note of this request and will put it amongst the other considerations that the ministry is looking at, so that when appropriate and adequate funding has been sourced, this road can be completed in accordance with the original plans and designs that were already there. I submit, Mr. Speaker, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister of Transport. Leader of the House, how do we proceed?
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. We now move to questions under the Minister of Education, Science, and Technology.
Thank you, Leader of the House. We now move to Minister of Education, Science, and Technology. Question number 11, Salima Central West.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker, sir, for giving an opportunity to people of Salima Central West to rise and confirm a question that is coming from there. But before I do that, Mr. Speaker, using your discretion, allow me to congratulate the Honorable Minister of Education, because we're engaging with him for the first time, for his appointment as the Minister of Education. We've known him for so long. He's a very good man, and we know that he's going to answer us nicely I therefore want to confirm that question number 11 indeed comes from Salima Central West, and the question is standing to my name. Thank you so much, Honorable Speaker, sir.
Thank you, Salima Central West. Minister of Education, Science and Technology.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, sir, for the opportunity to respond to the question from the honorable member from Salima Central West. But, Mr. Speaker, like everyone else before me, I am speaking for the first time in the House today, and allow me to congratulate you most warmly for your elevation to the position of Speaker. In the last few days, I've been watching the debates in the House when you are sitting on row number 3. You are a fiery orator on the floor, and it is a deserving elevation that you are now our Speaker. Sadly, we'll miss you on the floor. You are sitting there rather quiet, unrecognizable, but we wish you all the best. You deserve that post. Similarly, I can say the same thing for your 2 deputies. For Honorable Member from Mulanje Bale, when he stood up, he warmed this House. Similarly, the Honorable Member for Machinga East, an eloquent orator, intelligent lady. We'll both miss them on the floor. So congratulations to all the 3 members of the speakership. Allow me, Honorable Speaker, without being condescending, I've been in the House for 2-3 weeks now, listening to the debate. Honorable Speaker, I can say with confidence that the crop of members this House is an excellent crop of members of Parliament. Now, turning to Salima Central West. Honorable Member, thank you very much for your compliments. I don't know whether they will influence my response, but I appreciate your comments and your kindness. Honorable Speaker, the Honorable Member wishes to ask the Ministry of Education, Science and Technology to consider constructing girls' hostels at Kapirin Tiwa CDSS and Chinguluwe CDSS to ensure that female learners are accommodated within the school premises. Mr. Speaker, sir, allow me to thank the Honorable Member for Salima Central West for this question. We in the Ministry fully agree with the Honorable Minister that long distance to and from school is identified as one of the barriers that hinder access to secondary education, which forces students, particularly girls, to opt for safe boarding, a situation that puts them at risk. These risks including dropping out of school due to unplanned pregnancies and early marriages. Accommodating students, especially girls, within school premises is one of the strategies that can help to reduce dropout rates and promote girls' completion rates. I therefore agree with the Honorable Member on this request. But, Honorable Members, the policy of the Ministry in regard to the issue of long distances is to ultimately build more community day secondary schools within easy reach of our girls and boys so that they do not require boarding facilities. Let me mention, for example, that Chinguluwe Community Day Secondary School and Kapirintiwa Community Day Secondary School has an enrollment of 60 and 114 girls respectively. Some of the girls come from around Kote Kote area, which is 35 kilometers from Kapirintiwa CDSS. Others walk 10 kilometers one way and 10 kilometers back to access secondary education at Chinguluwe CDSS. This is against the policy of the ministry on easy access to school. In line with the National Education Sector Investment Plan, one of the priority areas is to increase access, like I said, by building more secondary schools. Therefore, my ministry embarked on the construction of new community day secondary schools in remote and hard-to-reach areas to bring schools closer to the communities. With support from USAID, we constructed Kote Kote CDSS with the aim of reducing the distance traveled by learners from Kote Kote to Kapirintiwa CDSS. However, as the Honorable Member may be aware, construction of Kote Kote CDSS was completed in 2023, but remains unopened because there is a land issue to resolve. The community initially gave this land for free, but now they are demanding compensation and insisting that the school should not open until they are compensated. The Honorable Member may wish to join in the effort of resolving this problem so that the school can be opened. Honorable Speaker, sir, the construction of Chinguluwe CDSS under SEED project was also completed in 2023. This has also shortened the distance that learners travel to access secondary school education, and as they no longer go to Mkwero CDSS, which was very far. Having said this, let me assure the Honorable Member that while the request for for girls' hostels remains a valid request, our priority is to ensure that we build more secondary schools within easy access. Now, if the Honorable Member can consider using the CDF, the 5 billion CDF, after the Parliament has resolved the issue of the involvement of members of Parliament in the management of the CDF, I'm sure that the Honorable Member will consider education as a priority and influence the decision that part and a large part of the CDF be utilized for education, because education is a very valuable investment in this country, and members of Parliament will ensure that a fair proportion of that money is utilized for investment in education. I thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Thank you very much. Let me take the honor, supplementary, and then I'll take Mwanza West, and Honorable, your constituency? Nkata Bempamba. Yeah, in that order, please.
Once again, thank you, Honorable Speaker. And honestly want to thank the Honorable Minister for a soft response, very assuring response. As I told you, Honorable Speaker, that he's a good person, and we're looking forward to his interventions. However, Honorable Speaker, sir, I still want to speak for the girl-child education and the problems that are attached to the girl-child education in terms of keeping the girls at school and the challenges that they are facing. My constituency is heavily affected. Lots of school dropouts, even though we've paid maybe CDF bursary funds that we used to pay and other sources to the girl-child education. But can I ask if the ministry can deliberately put a policy that from whichever source that we are getting monies from for the construction of community-day secondary schools, let's put it mandatory or a policy that that facility must have at least a hostel for the girls, that it should come as a package. Let the CDSS be there, but beside it, let there be at least a hostel. The costing will be easy, it will be one package, and it will be a policy. That will help our girls to remain in school. Can that policy probably be considered? If there is already, when can we start enjoying the fruits of that policy? Thank you so much, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. Mwanza West.
Thank you so much, Right Honorable Speaker, for granting the people of Mwanza West an opportunity to ask a supplementary question. It pains me to say that Mwanza is one of the poorest performing districts in Malawi, and one of the reasons is that it's a hilly area and learners travel long distances to find secondary schools. And I'm glad to learn that it's in your policy that it's in your policy to build more secondary schools so that we reduce the distances that the learners have to travel. And the people of Mwanza West would love to request your ministry, as you are thinking of constructing the schools, you should also consider Mwanza West by constructing secondary schools at Panda and Chimulango areas. It's not a permanent solution, but at least it will help reduce the distances. It will cut a lot of villages. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mwanza West. Nkata Bempamba.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, for giving opportunity to people of Nkata Bempamba, people of Senior Shift Mbili, to ask a supplementary question to Minister of Education. Mr. Speaker, sir, in 2020, a secondary school was launched at Chombe in my constituency. One classroom block was constructed and one staff house. I should maybe start by giving background. In 2019, His Excellency Professor Arthur Peter Mtalika visited a place called Chombe, and he promised the people of Chombe that a secondary school be built at Chombe. In 2020, so many events happened. One of the events was the project started, and there was a change in government. What I'm asking now, Mr. Speaker, sir, this is secondary school. Since 2020, only one classroom block was constructed, and it has been abandoned since then. So at Chombe, a secondary school was constructed, one block and one staff houses, and because of change of government, it was abandoned, and up to now, that project is a white elephant. The question to Minister of Education, what's the plan for this abandoned secondary school? It's a policy question. We people of Chombe want their secondary school back. Thank you.
Thank you, Nkata Mpamba, for that question. Before I ask the minister to respond, I think Zomba North, it's time now for you to extend the time as you wished.
Yeah, thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, for according Zomba City North an opportunity. I beg to move, Right Honorable Speaker, that question time be extended until all the questions that are on the order paper are exhausted. I beg to move.
Honourable members, we have a question to extend time in order to allow that we exhaust all questions that are on the order paper. Those of that opinion say aye. Those of the contrary view say no. The ayes have it and the motion is carried. Honorable Minister of Education.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, for the opportunity to respond to the 3 supplementary questions. Firstly is from the honorable member from Salima Central West, the owner of the question. Honorable member, you and me are in agreement that we need to make sure that girls are protected from the vagaries that impede their education and completion and prevent dropout. When we succeed in building community secondary schools within reach, for example, if a secondary school is within 2 kilometers of the residence or the home of a girl, the question should be, should that girl be in boarding school or be at home? So you have a valid point. We will certainly build hostels where the distances are far, but ultimately we think that the permanent solution and the desirable solution is that we build more secondary schools so that our children, both boys and girls, find access to school easy. So there is no difference between your desire and the vision and the policy of the ministry. Thank you very much. Mwanza West, I would like to thank the honorable member. Firstly, to congratulate the honorable member. I would like to say that I knew her mother well, and my sincere condolences, but congratulations for winning the parliamentary seat, madam. I have understood your request for secondary schools at Panda and Chimlenga. The ministry will investigate these areas, and if found to be appropriate, in keeping with the policy that we should build secondary schools within easy reach of the children, be assured, honorable member, that these schools will be built to ensure that you achieve the vision that you have for this area. And finally, Nkata Bay, I can't remember Nkata Bay West. The last member to ask the question about Chombe Secondary School. Honorable member, let me inform you that first and foremost, when our president, Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika, promises, he delivers what he promises, and he promises what he delivers. That is the hallmark of Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika, our president. If therefore he promised you a secondary school at Chombe and he started building it, this is evidence of a president who does what he promises and promises what he does. But as you said, unfortunately, the moment the government was changed, the school was abandoned, not because you do not deserve a secondary school. It was probably because that government, us, did not share the vision on the value of education. Let me assure you, honorable member, that now that Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika is back in power, the DPP government is back in power, this school will be resumed immediately and construction will be completed within the shortest possible time. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Minister of Education, Science and Technology. Honourable members, we now proceed to question 12. Honourable, are you standing on a point of order? We have exhausted supplementary questions. You may come in after, because all the questions are going to him. We now proceed to question 12. Cheu Central East. Cheu Central East. He's not in the house. Members, let me advise that when you have a question, make sure that you're in the house. This question for Cheu Central East will only appear again in the next meeting, meaning that it is gone. So next time you ask a question, please make sure you're in the house so that your questions are responded to. Thank you. We now proceed to question 13. Zomba Likangala.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. I stand to confirm question number 13, appearing in today's order paper, that is indeed coming from the people of Zomba Likangala, especially at the island side. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honourable Minister of Education, Science and Technology.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. And through you, let me thank the Honourable Member for Zomba Likangala for her questions. The questions are to ask the Minister of Education, Science and Technology to consider constructing school blocks in the following areas around Chis Island. Ngota Ngota in group Chisoni, Mulunguzi, Muluma in group Mchuka, and Chinguma. Mr. Speaker, sir, allow me to sincerely thank the Honourable Member for this very pertinent question. We share her vision of ensuring that adequate infrastructure is available in our schools. And to this end, I would like to assure the Honourable Member that funds were already allocated under MERP, Malawi Education Reform Program. Funds were already allocated for construction of classrooms at Chinguma, Muluma, and Mulunguzi primary schools. So, Honourable Member, be assured that funds are available and classroom blocks will be constructed at these primary schools. Because the ministry did discover that there is in these schools a high pupil classroom ratio of exceeding 90:1. So, Honourable Member, be assured that construction will soon start in these 3 schools. Let me also assure the Honourable Member that Ngota Kota Primary School will be considered in future when resources become available. I thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Thank you, Minister of Education. Supplementary questions. I'll take one from Mulanje West. Is that Mulanje West? There's a Mlondoni and Blantyre Southeast. In that order, please.
Thank you so much, the Right Honourable Speaker, and good morning. Mulanje West would like to ask the Minister of Education a supplementary question. If he can consider constructing school blocks, whether under the programs which was in place according to the disaster plan, like let's say Luangwa Primary School, which is near to collapse because the blocks are not even durable for the pupils to learn in, and Chiziwe, as well as Muhio Primary School. On Luangwa Primary School, I would like to thank the Minister of Education through the Demo Mulanje for the top-up funds of 11.4 million if they're going to find it to rehabilitate. But even if they're going to rehabilitate the schools, it won't even respond to the problems which we have at Luangwa Primary School. The better we construct some 2 or 3 blocks, we'll salute you. Thanks so much, the Right Honourable Speaker.
Thank you, Mulanje West. Dedza Mlondoni.
Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker, for the opportunity given to the people of Dedza Mlondoni to ask a supplementary question to the Honourable Minister of Education. The Honourable Minister, in his response to the question, did indicate that the government shares the aspiration of the people to have adequate infrastructure in our learning institutions. That is commendable. Thank you very much, Honourable Minister. We have this challenge of inadequate infrastructure in the schools, and one big problem that causes this is also corruption that gets into the systems, and then we fail to develop infrastructure. Where the leadership comes in to designate senior officials to overlook the implementation of infrastructure development is highly commendable. We have seen lately, we've had a communication that the president of this country has designated the second vice president to take charge of the construction of Mombera University. My question, this is commendable, and we know that in the able hands of the second vice president, we'll see progress. My question, however, is, we know that infrastructure development in the ministries for the schools is coordinated by the minister himself at the ministry. And here we have the whole vice president, where the minister ought to report, is coming to be part of the implementation. Won't there be any policy conflicts in terms of who reports to who? When the vice president goes to the site and we are implementing the construction of Mombera, will he come and report to the minister? Or what will the minister, where will the minister be getting the reports that he should submit to cabinet or to the presidency? So who will be reporting to who on the implementation of the Mombera University? Secondly, which I believe might be responded to by the president when we have the opportunity of having him in the chamber to respond to questions, is we have many challenges in many institutions. We have other projects that are ongoing. For example, the Mzuzu University Library, which is a very big project. It's going to change the face of Mzuzu. The UNIMA project. Would the president be gracious enough through you to also designate the second vice president to be there at Mzuni, and where possible, when it's completed, name it Chakufa Jehana Library. This will be a commendable thing for the North. But at least let's have the vice president widen the scope so that he doesn't just go to supervise Mombera University, but he can be in charge of many other infrastructure developments that are taking place. Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker.
Thank you. There's Mlondoni. Blantyre City Southeast.
No, Blantyre Rural. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this space to speak. My question is to the Minister of Education, if he is aware that the education, it's a triangle between the teacher, the pupil, and the government itself. So we are talking much of infrastructure development of the school blocks, but we are not talking much on the teacher housing, because we have said that yes, we need more secondary schools where we want to make sure that the students are not having problems in attending the classes. But the challenge now is with the teacher, because the teacher, to travel to the said schools is a challenge as well. So I don't know if you're aware that most of the schools have got that challenge. And the other challenge is that if you visit most of the secondary schools, they have a lot of donations of computers. But the secondary schools in the rural areas, or most of the secondary schools, they don't have teachers who can teach computer lessons. So is the minister aware of that? Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Blantyre City Southeast. So, Honorable, you took my constituency. I'm happy for you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Honorable Minister of Education.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, for the opportunity to respond to the supplementary questions. First, from the eminent member from Mulanje West, who is an educationist herself. Honorable member, the policy of the ministry is to ensure that our learners learn in infrastructure that is safe, but also of a standard accepted by the ministry. You might wish to know, Honorable Member, that the ministry has issued a directive that no child should learn in grass-thatched infrastructure. And that is part of the policy to ensure that our children learn in good infrastructure. Honorable Member, we think that you are giving us a good report to go and look at Luangwa and Kidziwe to see this infrastructure, and if found unfit as you describe, we shall attend to these schools immediately. So be assured, Honorable Member, that we will be in your constituency to look at these schools. Honorable Speaker, sir, Deza Malunduni has asked me a few peculiar questions. I would like to assure you that I am an administrator myself of long standing, and therefore to manage the team that will oversee the construction of Mombela University is certainly not going to be difficult at all. We'll make sure that Mombela University is completed during this term of office, and students enjoy the, to be quite honest, the previous government did all the gymnastics of creating the hope that Mombela University would be completed. The only thing they did is change the name. The only thing they did on the infrastructure is to change the name, and that was it. Nothing was done on that school. We will complete it because it is our dream. We will complete it as intended, and therefore I want to assure the Honourable Member that the involvement of a team to complete the university does not impede the progress, it speeds the progress. There's no person in there, that committee, that is irrelevant. The Minister of Finance will provide the funding. The Minister of Transport and Infrastructure will do the work. I will do the supervision in terms of the team that does, and above all of us will be the Vice President, the second Vice President. I see nothing difficult there. will be a fantastic team. Yeah. And regarding the Mzuzu University, be assured that we will attend to the library and other infrastructure. With regard to your proposal for the naming of the library, I think, sir, sorry, you're not president yet, and we shall leave that to the president to give it the name that will be appropriate. Mr. Speaker, sir, with regard to the question from Blantyre Southeast, I would like to assure the Honorable Minister that today, recognizing the importance of ICT even in the primary school and secondary school, our teacher training colleges are providing basic skills to every teacher in ICT so that the schools have access to expert training in ICT. But where we have built a computer lab at a secondary school, and it's a desire of the ministry to ensure that there's a computer lab at every secondary school, we'll make sure that there is a teacher there to teach the children computer science at a level commensurate with secondary education. Therefore, the teacher should also be sufficiently skilled to teach computer science at that level. So, Honorable Member, be assured that our computer labs will be manned by teachers competently trained in that field. I thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister of Education. Minister of Education, there's also a query. When you are visiting these, or when you're implementing these teacher houses, there's a constituency somewhere, it's called Blantyre City Chikumula BCA Club Banana. It also needs some teacher houses. Please. Honorable members.
Honorable Speaker, as a matter of fact, I omitted that question because the question was multifaceted. He mentioned teacher houses and then computer labs, so I only did speak about the computers. Honorable Speaker, the welfare of our teachers is a priority in our ministry, and we are not building any secondary school now without building teachers' houses there. So we'll make sure that they have the houses, and in doing so, we'll certainly remember your constituency, Honorable Speaker. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Honorable members, before I suspend the House for health break, I have an announcement. We have visitors in the gallery from my good brother, Lilongwe Nsozi, and they've come to observe parliamentary proceedings. Honorable Lilongwe Nsozi, please rise. Our guests from Lilongwe Nsozi, please stand up from the gallery. Ziko mwambiri takulandirani mukhale omasuka. Thank you, Honorable Lilongwe Nsozi, for bringing us our visitors today. I also have an announcement. We have visitors from Rumpi East constituency. Honorable Rumpi East, Honorable Kimbi, please stand. Is she not in the house? Maybe she's trying to arrange lunch for the visitors. Let me ask the visitors from Rumpi East to rise, to stand up in the gallery. Thank you very much. You are most welcome to Parliament. Honourable members, those were the two announcements. I now suspend the House to 11:36 for health break. House suspended.